for State Representative Fritz. It's with regard to the funding. In the news media, there's been reports that there are these, quote, discretionary funds that actually total about $36 million, which are dedicated or allocated at the discretion of the governor, the Speaker of the House, and the Senate President on an annual basis. So they each have $12 million discretionary funds. In January or February of '08, you were quoted, if I recall correctly, in the Herald that the money for this turf grant came from the Speaker of the House's discretionary fund. What I'm wondering is, what are the criteria used to prioritize the allocation of these discretionary funds?
You know, that's a wonderful question. I'm sure Mary will have an answer for you. But this is bonded from the state of Connecticut. It is bonded money. And so it is moved to the next phase. And I know your political viewpoint, you're trying to find out where's the money come from, you know, out of thin air.
I'm just wondering about the criteria used to prioritize the allocation of the money. That's the discretionary funds.
In 2006, I believe it's when we had, as Bob talked about, the legislative meeting before this town council where the people came and asked us to get money for the field. Not only athletics, not only the people involved in sports, junior football and all of that, but also the people involved with the band. Because as you know, that entity really uses that field. So I put in a request for $850,000. I guess I wasn't far off after I watched these charts. However, it was in the bond bill. The bond bill passed the House and Senate, I believe, and the governor cleaned out $14 million out of the bond bill, which were all of that money was designated for fields and complexes that were associated with schools that did not make the school construction grant. Okay, so I sat back and I waited.
I'm just curious for the time on this. What you're talking about, if I recall correctly, would be around September '07?
No.
October '07? No?
Bond bills, we passed them. This was the long session. No, it was the short session. That passed in May of 2006. And then the governor cleaned everything out.
Okay, thank you.
Okay? So time goes by. Then finally, I had spoke to the Speaker of the House, and I said, this is a very important entity for Cheshire. They really need it. I went through all the events. I went through everything. I had a very long conversation with him. And he said, all right, you know, I'll see what I can do. In January of 2007, I got a phone call, and this was when the governor, all four caucuses, had all come together, Republicans, Democrats, senators, representatives, had all got together with the governor. The governor needed some things, and these caucus people needed some things. They are not slush funds. It's called negotiations. So I got a phone call from the speaker, and he said, Mary, I know you want the money for the field. Tell me how much. I said, $850,000. I can't do that. I said, okay, give me $525. Okay. Because you have to understand, I work very hard in Hartford. And as a deputy speaker, not only do I take care of the people I represent, but I do projects. I've done medical malpractice. I've done the Workforce Investment Act. I've done major projects beyond the day-by-day work of taking care of my people. And you know, with that, people recognize if you work hard, you should be rewarded, just like you do.
Thank you.